You're watching ATN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
You know, I can't even do the intro after watching that episode. Can you fucking believe that? I can't take this. I was fired up. I'm still fired up because I literally just came downstairs after watching that episode. It hasn't even been 5 minutes. And I'm like, maybe I should take a calm, cool, chill out. What an amazing episode of The Flash. And here I am earlier in the episode getting so frustrated because of all the commercials, and the last 10 minutes was just incredible. The reveal of the Reverse Flash and Dr. Wells and who he really is, a distant relative. And now Iris and Barry, from 1 minute they're on a double date, next minute they're kissing, and now she knows he's the Flash, and he rips through time. So now at least we know that Cisco's not going to be dead, because when he did that, and I kind of knew he wasn't, because, you saw the trailers of the Flash and stuff like that, and he's in other episodes, but still, it was very heartbreaking the way he killed Cisco. But thankfully, I don't even know where to begin. First of all, the Weather Wizard is definitely cool. Obviously, Martin's brother, well, they're both Martin, but the older brother obviously has honed his powers a lot more, is a lot more deadly, and he had an eye for Joe. And this episode was too much. I was sitting there and I'm with my wife and I'm like, I can't believe this. And I'm like this, and I'm literally sitting at the edge of my seat. And I'm like, 1 minute, Cisco's getting killed. The next minute, Iris and Barry are kissing. And then the next minute, he shows Iris who he is. The Weather Wizard's got the tsunami going, which, by the way, those special effects for the tsunami, as well as the Flash running back and forth to stop the tidal wave, was really, really good. Excellent special effects considering it's TV. I was very impressed with that. And then after that, boom, he rips through time and he ends up back where he was a little earlier in the episode. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in 10 minutes. And I told my wife, I'm like, I can't take this shit. It's too much in 10 minutes. And don't get me wrong, everything leading up to that was really good. You know what I mean? Looking at the Wizard and his new powers definitely was very cool. The very awkward double date with Eddie, Iris, Linda, and Barry was really odd. And I was pissed at Iris at that part because, she's wiping the ketchup on his face. She said the exact same thing he said, and she said it to Linda. There's a very awkward date. And then she's telling Barry, I don't know if she's good for you. It's like, you know what? Stop with the choke blocking already. Knock it off. But she finally came out and said how she felt. At the end, when we saw that very, very last hectic 10 minutes of this show, this show has just been it's such a joy for me to watch. Of all the shows I watch, and I do enjoy, The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, this is something about this show that just gets me fired up. It's just, from the moment I started watching the show on episode 1 to this point, it's been so much fun. These writers have done such a fantastic job with this show, and they continue to push forward. And it's amazing how much they've delivered on this show in 14, 15 episodes? I mean, it's just incredible. The amount of villains we've seen, the amount of storyline, everything is starting to piece together now. Everything is making sense. And even though Harrison Wells revealed who he was, even though Cisco did get killed, even though Caitlin now knows about Dr. Wells, now that Barry's gone back in the past, things are going to change. And Cisco's not going to be dead. And we see in the next episode supposed to be Captain Cold. It's just incredible. Incredible. But now Barry has reached, or I don't want to say he's reached his peak, but he's gotten to another level of power. Now he is the fastest man alive. He has done what Dr. Wells cannot do, which seems like he can't do, because he said, I'm stuck in this time. He obviously needed Barry to get to the point where he could travel through time so he can get out of there. It's just incredible. And now that Barry has reached almost his full potential, because there's other powers he's going to have that we haven't seen yet, it's just the way it's coming together now. And, some might criticize that the ending of this episode was very rushed. And and to some extent I agree, but not for me, it wasn't a negative thing. To me, it felt like everything just came together like very fast. Yes, it is the Flash, but not only very fast, but it was, to me, it was cohesive. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, I think it's going to be an acquired taste for some people. I think some people will be like, oh, that's too much, or they could have saved some of this, blah, blah, it all happened too fast. But for me, I liked it. It answered some questions. It was very cohesive, and it was just a fantastic episode. Fantastic episode. Obviously, the last 10 minutes of the show made it even better. But had those events not happened and he just ended up, stopping the Weather Wizard, it still would have been a very good episode. But the last 10 minutes just elevated the show to another level because now we know things that we've been wondering. Now we're getting confirmations of things we've been speculating. And now we can only further look forward to next week's episode going into the end of the season. And can you believe this is only season 1? Can you believe that? I mean, some of these things, it feels like this show has been on for more than one season. It really does feel that way. But man, I really don't know what else to say. I just enjoyed it so much. I love this show. I think it's safe to say, it's hard for me to say what my number one show is because I still do love The Walking Dead. I still do love Game of Thrones when it's on. But none of those shows make me feel the way I feel right now about the show, which is excited, anxious, want to see the next episode, appreciating everything about the show in terms of the story, in terms of the emotional value between Barry, Joe, Iris, and just all the events and how they're playing out, how they planted all these seeds every episode going forward. And now we're getting to the point where we're going to get all these questions answered. We're going to get all these mysteries solved. We still got, again, Captain Cold finally looks like he's going to come back next week. Gorilla Grodd's still in the mix. And we still have, obviously, Mark Hamill's episode's coming up soon. And Emily Kinney's going to be the Bug-Eye Bandit, I believe it's called. Just some crazy shit. Crazy. So, and, again, it's the episode in and of itself, outside of those last 10 minutes, was very solid. The special effects on the show have really gotten better. From the first episode going on, they have steadily improved and they've really gotten good. That sequence, as I said at the end, was very, very good. And it's funny, during the earlier part of the episode, when he is running down the street and he sees himself, I knew that had something to do with that. I just didn't think we were going to get it in this episode. I thought like that was maybe like a first glimpse of him starting to improve his speed to the point where he's, starting to maybe the time travel thing. And when Dr. Wells revealed that he's capable of doing that, and it's amazing because Dr. Wells obviously can't go through time and he needs Barry to do it. And that's just amazing. Now we know why he's been helping. Now we know why he wants him to get faster. And now we know that he did kill his mother. So there's no question there anymore. He admitted to it. It's not Barry doing it because he had to. It's not some other mystery man. We know there's a link between him and Eddie. He said distant relatives, so that tells me that obviously they're relatives, but it's not the same person. Because when he first said his name, and I have heard that name, I've heard some of you guys mention that from the comics. When he said his name, I thought he was saying he was Eddie, and that's Eddie from the future, but distant relative. And then when he struck Cisco, he said, "You've been dead for centuries." I was like, oh my God, how fucked up is that? And it was very, very sad. Even though I feel good that he's not really going to be dead, it was a very, very sad moment. So, but the Flash, man, man, good stuff. A very, very good episode. I don't know what else to say. I mean, for me personally, because I love this show so much, and maybe I'm being a little biased. I'm sure if I detailed in this, I could find something wrong. But the only thing I could even think that might be criticized about this episode is the end. But for me, it works. I just love the show. There's no other way around it. I really enjoy the show. And to me, they just haven't had a bad episode. They might have had a couple of slow ones here and there, but there has not been a bad episode this season for me personally, in my opinion. And I cannot wait till next Tuesday to see how things go down now that he's gone back into the past by, a day maybe, and to see how things change from that point forward. Wow. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, what else is there to say? How did you feel about this episode? Come on, you gotta admit, this shit was crazy. Now, and we're gonna see, let's see how this plays out now with Iris and Eddie. Now that Iris has kissed, although, once again, he went back to the past, so that hasn't happened. So we'll see how things play out. Man, it's going to be interesting. Now that he went through that little time rip, oh my God, everything changes now. Everything changes. I can't wait till next Tuesday, man. Anyway, guys, that's it for this review. Just a bomb episode. There's no other way to put it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the episode. What did you like most? And if there is anything you didn't like, let me know. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit ETN's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description. You're watching ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
I can't even do the intro after watching that episode. Can you fucking believe that? I can't take this. Whoo, I was fired up. I'm still fired up because I literally just came downstairs after watching that episode. It hasn't even been 5 minutes. And I'm like, maybe I should take a calm, cool, chill out. What an amazing episode of The Flash. And here I am earlier in the episode getting so frustrated because of all the commercials, and the last 10 minutes was just incredible. The reveal of the Reverse Flash and Dr. Wells and who he really is, a distant relative. And now Iris and Barry, from 1 minute they're on a double date, next minute they're kissing, and now she knows he's the Flash, and he rips through time. So now at least we know that Cisco's not going to be dead, because when he did that, and I kind of knew he wasn't, because, you saw the trailers of the Flash and stuff like that, and he's in other episodes, but still, it was very heartbreaking the way he killed Cisco. But thankfully, I don't even know where to begin. First of all, the Weather Wizard is definitely cool. Obviously, Martin's brother, well, they're both Martin, but the older brother obviously has honed his powers a lot more.